What's up, Amazon sellers? We've reached 7 figures on my Amazon USA journey, and if you want to know what my plans are to grow my Amazon USA business this November, then stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and I've been selling on Amazon now doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now in the UK, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller, and in the USA, I've recently just broken 7 figures as well. And hopefully in the near future, I'm going to expand into another marketplace. If you're interested in learning how I've done it and what I'm doing, do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll notify you every single time I release a new video about what I'm learning. But hey, enough about me. What are we going to go through today? Well, first things first, let's give you a recap of my plans for October within the US. Also as well, number 2, let's talk about my plans for November with my Amazon USA business. And then finally, number 3, let's give you some personal advice and personal thoughts, what's going on, and also maybe some things that can help you to think about and maximize the November period within the USA. First things first, if you've been watching my journey and seeing what's going on in my videos, I mentioned that what we've done is we've merged now our USA leads team, so the Fast Track FBA lead service, and also Fast Track FBA, or should I say my Amazon USA business. And we've merged them together into, should we say, one big team. Now why? Because quite simply, what we just identified is that 75% of the deals that one team were finding, the other team were finding. So we were basically paying twice to find the same deal, which is just called stupidity. So we stopped that. Now, in addition to that, what we did is we said, look, we wanted to assign categories to each individual team so that we don't have them all finding the same products in Walmart, for example. That's not what we want. We had each team focus on a different category, and what we've done is we divided them into 2 teams. It's probably like, I think it's like 5 or 6 sources per team plus purchasing manager. So you're looking, what, 12, 14 across the 2 businesses. So each team has a sourcing team and then a purchaser on top. What I will say is that right now, as of making this video, we're definitely seeing improvements in terms of spend. And that's one of the key metrics. And also as well, the diversification of deals, that's after assigning categories. And I would also say the feedback from the Fast Track FBA lead service, because by the way, the lead service is literally all the deals my team find go there as well. The customers in that are saying it's really good deals, great variety, a lot of stores and suppliers they're never seeing before, which I really like. So that's kind of giving me also confidence that they're like, wow, we're finding new deals or new suppliers that people aren't normally looking at. So that's fantastic. But also as well, the real metric, what are we looking at initially? Spend, and that's going up. Why? Because they're probably not finding the same deals, trying to submit them and saying, oh, we've already got that one. So I think that's a really important thing. Now, in addition to that, also as well, what I mentioned before is we were aiming to hit 164,000 in sales of October period. Now, what I will say is currently right now, we're about 73. Definitely nowhere near that 164. And also as well, we've got a couple of days left, like I think it's about 6 days left as of this video before the end of the month. So I don't think we're going to double our revenue in 6 days. Might do, but I don't think so. Why? You might be asking, well, this is generally a result of changes in our repricer because of issues we've had around our Amazon business. Let me know how your October's been. Drop it in the comments down below. I'm really interested to learn and understand. And obviously, I'd love to see, did you achieve your target? Did you not? If so, let me know what the target is if you're happy to share. If not, then absolutely fine. But just give me a yes or a no in the comments down below. Now, this leads me nicely onto my plans for November 2022, and that's in my USA business. First things first, what I'll do is I'll talk about some targets, starting with the target revenue. Now, look, we've got a big goal. You know, I talked about 160, I think it was in October. We're looking at 179. I think 180,000 in targets for our November business. Now, certainly what we're seeing is the spend coming out in October. Will that translate into revenue? Maybe, maybe not. Watch this space. 180K, I'll be pretty happy with that. Now, in addition to that, we're also looking to make 100,000 in purchases. That's to get us ready for our, the whole Christmas period. We've really got to get that stock in. That's so key. And that's based on our AOP, annualized operating plan, which is the way we design and develop our system to help us understand where we're going. This might be challenging, should we say, and again, it's a big goal based on considering our current performance, since this is the highest we've ever targeted of previous months. But what I will say, we do have the systems in place to track it. Number 2, we have the money in place. And number 3, we've now just got the team in place with the category diversification. So it will be a challenge, but hey, you know what? You've got to aim big to win big. And hey, we will get there in the end. Maybe it's just a month later, it's not the problem. Second target leads me to my next plan, which is to address our issues with the repricer. Talked about that. That's a big issue we need to factor or to check to make sure we get it right. Now, with that being said, what we're doing is we're conducting different tests with another repricing software, besides our repricer, and we're trying to still kind of make sure that we're doing it right, getting everything right. And what I really want to focus on is to make sure we're getting the right profit and everything's happening as expected. Right now, our old repricing software could give you a full P&L per product, whereas Go Aurora gives you a full P&L of all the sales, but not individual per product. And so we can't break down to see like what's going on, why it's saying the profit is this, and we're not seeing the profit on the other side. So we are making changes to those repricing rules, and number one, to make sales, but number two, to protect our prices. That's really important. Now, the third and the final plan is to use what's known as our quarter tracker. This is something we use within the Fast Track FBA Seller Academy to track our progress towards our goals. And you can guess how long it is. It's a quarter tracker. Now, with the continuous challenges we've been facing within our Amazon USA business, what we want to do is make sure that, we are set up to achieve success, and everyone individually is set up to achieve success. So our quarter tracker allows us to understand where we need to be as a business by the end of the quarter. We can break that down to our purchasing managers, what they need to achieve on an individual level, and then under those purchasing managers, we can break down what each individual sourcer needs to achieve. So it all cascades up to achieve the big quarter goal. By doing this, we're able to track what's going on, and I'll be crystal clear, I'll be very, very clear. We don't just track it over the quarter, we track it every single week. So every Monday we're checking in versus the quarter tracker. I'll be on track or off track, and that just allows us to have conversations with each individual team member where they're struggling, but also highlight where people are doing really well and see what's working. That is a real key thing to helping us achieve our targets over the next quarter. Now, if you're like me and you are a non-resident in the US and you don't want to fly to the US to create an account or create a company, I would really recommend setting up a company within the USA. And if you're interested in doing that and copying exactly what I did, the same structure, the same bank accounts, the same corporate structure, the tax. We talk about prep centers, we talk about what accountants we use, we talk about all the things you need to know as a non-resident within the US, then do check out my Getting Started on the USA course. It's an amazing course where I literally document everything that I've done, talked about even going towards credit cards, bank accounts. Again, you don't need to go into the US to get it done. You can do it all from the comfort of your own home on the computer. Now, if you're interested in learning more about this, have a look at the link down below. You can check that out, and that's going to really help you building that corporate structure, understanding what's going on, and supporting you building another business within, say, another marketplace and another income stream, and obviously risk diversifying. Check it out. I think you're gonna love it. Hopefully I'll see you on the 7-figure Amazon USA journey soon. And trust me, if I was gonna start again, I would start in the USA. Much better profit margins. But let's keep that between us. Right, this leads me nicely onto my third chapter, personal advice for you. Now look, despite reaching 7 figures within my second Amazon business, which I'm super blessed to have, what I will say is that this is just the beginning of something great. Now, you might be asking, what kind of advice can I share with you if you are thinking about growing your business? Well, look, the one thing which I'll say is focus. I cannot say this enough. I've been having so many conversations with so many people, on my weekly YouTube lives, whereby people are asking, hey Tom, should I go into Amazon EFN if I'm selling in the UK? Hey Tom, should I be doing like eBay? Hey Tom, should I look at selling on Facebook as well? They're trying to go into these different marketplaces, do different things. You know what my advice is, and what we did like 2 years ago was I kind of looked at all these other areas of my business and I said, they're really not bringing any profit. Yeah, they bring a bit of cash, it's nice, but it's really not helpful. And the one thing which I've kind of really learned, speaking to super successful business sellers, is that, do you know what they do? They are very quick to cut things which are not massively outperforming. Literally, they'll cut it. If it's kind of doing okay, they'll cut it. Even if it's oh, it's pretty good, we'll cut it. They double down, they focus on one thing and one thing only. And what did we do 3 years ago? We focused purely on UK. We didn't do Europe, we didn't do eBay. We cut all of that out. If right now in your USA business and you're thinking about, should I do eBay, should I do Walmart, should I do these things? My short advice is, unless you're doing 50,000 a month, don't even bother. Let me put it even clearer. Where do I focus? And we see this within the Seller Academy. We see it within my business. And if you want to know, the Seller Academy is my academy for serious sellers. We share all our frameworks, SOPs, and we have weekly calls. You can have a look on the Fast Track FBA website. What do we see? As a business owner, you should be working with your team to drive spend and obviously gross profit. They're the two real metrics that you're looking at. And then once you've done that, your job is then focus on repricing. Get the repricing rules right. Why? Because we're in a dynamic marketplace. The team are going to be finding deals, and then your job is to make sure they're selling well, and your repricer is setting that up right, adjusting, making that's where you really make your money. And for us, we manage our repricing in 2 ways. One, which is 0 to 90 days. We're trying to maximize profitability for that. And then over 90 days, we're trying to clear it down, get rid of it. Why? Because we can get that money back out of the stock and buy more stock with our essentially sources to spend and to make money in 0 to 90 days. That's what we're looking at. That's how we're growing it. If I was you and I was in your business right now, I'd be making sure I have a team focusing on finding me deals, and my job would be to make sure I get those deals sold at the best possible price using my repricer. That's where I'd be spending most of my money. What I will say is, after going through my plans for November and today on Amazon USA, you might be wanting to learn about businesses, growing it with a VA. Why? Because they can help you find those deals so you can focus on the repricing of their deals, not finding them, because sourcing is like a pain. So what I'll do is I'll drop a video around here called How Virtual Assistants Can Help Grow Your Amazon Business. Check that out. I think you're going to love it. Now, what I will say is hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. For myself, Thomas Parkinson, and Fast Track FBA, thank you very much.